Meet Derek. He was born in Accra, Ghana, where he enrolled in the University of Ghana to study psychology. After his first degree, he decided to start his own business by producing well-packaged, crisp and crunchy chips called Sparks Food.
Sparks Foods and Beverages started in 2017 with our first products, the Sprinkles Coconut Flakes, with some dried fruits inside. Initially, it didn't start with some dried fruits at all. I finished national service and the order of the day was to just enroll in a bank, enroll in some white-collar job and try and start making a living immediately. I was obviously attracted by the offerings of some of these jobs, but the purpose of doing something by myself that would one day become a legacy, that would one day become a memorial to Ghana, was something that I couldn't sleep on, and I had to start working on immediately. We actually started production from my mom's kitchen, which we totally messed up every day after production, and got yelled at for non-stop hours. But in the end, it's about building a dream from any stage, any level that you are, you can build something. And so after explaining a little while, she got the hang of what we were doing, and then she kept encouraging us to continue. We would work from about 8 in the morning and finish around 2 a.m. again in the next morning. And we were still not producing enough for the demand that we were building. It took a while, and after a while, we started supplying many stores in different areas within Accra. This dream is one that is inspired from within, and I believe that everybody that has a passion to do any such endeavor should not waste time in doing it. I feel like if you start on any level, even if you are not ready, if you start where you are, however you can, the key thing is to maintain the health of your consumer in your mind and be conscious about it. So for us, it didn't take long. As soon as we had the idea, we knew we had to make samples, send to FDA, and make sure that we got the required authorization for our products. It became easy to market a product that already is authorized by the FDA. We've never relented on our efforts to make you smile through our foods. The joy of doing this is getting phone calls every day, hearing, oh, you're doing so well, and we love your chips, and don't stop with the quality, and where can we buy more, and how can we buy more? And these are the joys that you get from running your own business. Even if it looks like you're enjoying, you're having fun, you have to make sure that you are conscious about the fact that you are still working and that there are people's lives that you are still trying to impact.
Minister for Information, Kojo Opoy Nkrumah, visited Derek to understand how his business operates.
So what different kind of products do you have?
Okay, so it's a range of 5 different products. 2 plantain chips, original and naturally sweet. Then we have our coconut flakes, and then we've got razznuts coated and peanuts with milk chocolate, and our newest product in the line, sweet potato chips. So we started with the flavored chips. After a while, we decided to branch out into what a lot of people were asking us for. So we always got the feedback that our plantain chips were among the best in the country, that the thinness of our chips and the crispiness of the chip and how it is fresh all the time. It was just such a joy for anybody that was eating our products. And now they decided to demand products that they thought if we made would make a difference. And so we started with our sweet potato chips, and then we added our coated peanuts with milk chocolate. That is very, very tasty, very crunchy, that you can find in different stores around you. So aside that, we also came up with some cassava chips, which we only do for special orders right now because of our capacity. Currently, we're only doing about 1,000 products a day per product, and so that doesn't fully allow us to add too many products, so it's on special request that we do our cassava chips.
And do you have maybe a chef or somebody who tries to determine this is what is best?
Together, we do a lot of research. Myself and Desmond, we do the administrative part of things. to, we have a food scientist that assists us with production and with the quality and guidelines as to how to produce. It's just that he's out of the country right now, and so
understood.
Yeah,
understood.
We do things.
So what are we going to see you in the next 1 year with your business?
So basically, what we want to achieve in general is to create a business that puts out the best quality chips, the best quality food from around the world. Basically, we want to be up there with the major brands from anywhere you can mention in the world, and we want to rely on our expertise in snack manufacturing to reach that level. I feel like the traditional exports have given us a niche, but I feel like we can, broaden that niche and add a few more products like plantain chips, like sweet potato chips, like our peanuts, like our coconut flakes, because Ghana has an array of raw materials that we can use to wow the world. And I believe in adding so much value to what we already have. So it always takes some learning, and there's a science about how we do our things. So there are specific measurements, there are specific applications, specific shaking times. So there's a lot that goes into it scientifically.
It's not just like an informal plantain chips thing. I see. So what? You have your raw materials.
Exactly. We bring in our raw materials every day after like careful selection, and we make sure that the best raw material comes over here, so that we end up churning out the best of products compared to any other products in the country.
Okay, I see. And then once it's done, what happens?
Once the frying session is over, it comes to a cooling chamber. After we've salted, after we've seasoned, it comes to dry off or cool off, and then it gets that crispy, crunchy texture that we're looking for. You can always try some if you want.
I will when we are done. And then what? Then you
so
go
from there we package, and we pack them into their individual packs. As you see, all branded with the names on. And after there, it comes to the sealing machine where we seal for safety.
So where did you get the sealing machine? Here in Ghana, or imported it?
This we got here in Ghana. This was imported from China. And this we also bought from a company that imports from China. So this bag is resealable pack. So after any consumption or as much as you can eat, you can reseal, and then this is
so that doesn't lose its
its freshness. Sporting as well, and so in the short term we're trying to acquire some land so that we can get our own farm, and then we can start to regulate our raw material acquisition. However, the traditional ways of advertising is something that we haven't really explored fully because of cost, and so we've relied heavily on social media to do most of our.
And in terms of a distribution, how do you distribute?
We actually distribute ourselves. It's just recently we've got a few other people that are assisting us with distribution, because Ghana is pretty big, and already we're covering a lot of major stores. So from the ShopRites to Maxmart and Marina, and actually we just introduced a new airline supply as part of this.
Oh, I see. I see.
Market,
Do you have any idea how, in terms of volumes, the kind of volumes you've been doing? Are you tracking? Are you keeping numbers?
We keep track of our production, and as now we're at a maximum of 1,000 units a day, give or take 100 or so for each product. So that's where we are right now.
Well, if I have two bits of advice I'll give you, one will be about product quality. Because I think what you want to do is to ensure that no matter the volumes, you're doing about 1,000 units a day. By the time you're at 4,000, 5,000, 10,000, 20,000 units a day, and then you have some of your materials or some of your products in stores going, you want to ensure that product quality is not dipping.
Exactly.
And so at some point you need somebody who's going to attend to product quality for you, to pay attention and ensure that what I get when I buy a product here in Accra doesn't change from if I buy it in Lagos or if I buy it in Tamale or someplace like that. And then in terms of your value chain of distribution, I'm sure at some point you have to work to deepen it so that there's an easier flow of your things from here to wherever that they've got to.
If you are doing work that you enjoy, that you love, that you are bringing happiness to people, it's always easier for you to go about the hustle and bustle of every day. So it was a bit challenging, but it's not a challenge that will keep you from working. It's a challenge that keeps you to perform better and to do more so that you can achieve what you set out to achieve.
What are your biggest headaches as at now?
Our biggest headaches as at now, the cost of shipping has increased. So things like the packaging, the base of the packaging is something that we import, and so cost of shipping and some other logistics have made it expensive to actually produce. Some of these other
And these
issues,
packaging materials are actually made in Ghana here.
some of the parts of the packaging material, yes, are made here, but some other parts are
Okay,
not.
that will explain it.
Yes,
Yeah.
and so it's usually that and sometimes fluctuating prices of things. Sometimes calculation of your cost of production can be a little, iffy. But I mean, those are, sometimes the headaches that we have.
Yeah.
When it comes to marketing, there's also the fact that there's not the kind of budgets that similar looking brands are able to, put out there.
Yes.
So the fact that we cannot compete on the marketing level
Limits
with
how
some
far
of
you can go.
Exactly.
Well, that's why we're amplifying you, so that a lot
Exactly.
more people.
That is why we are elated, excited that you're
Yeah.
here today.
So that a lot more
You are
people
putting
can-
us on the map.
Yes. That's the least we can do to help. And then I think on the packaging material side also, what you want to do is perhaps to explore ways by which you can swap for locally, like purely local packaging stuff, so that your costs will reduce and can be stabilized.
Exactly.
And then whatever is happening on the global, packaging market, we
Right.
covered in all these materials from Asia, etc.
Right.
In terms of their prices, it's even construction materials are
Even.
having a challenge. Yeah. So maybe what you want to also do is get to a point where your packaging materials are all locally, sourced, so that you can adjust.
Yeah. I think it's interesting that you say that, because this month we have a partner who is starting to print, a partner who's starting to print sachets right here
Wow.
in good quantities that we can also afford.
Yeah.
And so this comes at an opportune time for us, because we've just rebranded. We used to be in these packs, these boxes, but
Yeah.
we realized that the standard pouch that we use right now keeps the food fresher for longer
Than the pure
boxes,
paper, yes.
So we switched to that to give more quality to
Yeah.
the consumer.
Yeah.
We believe that Ghana has all the exciting raw materials to make a difference in the world. And we can see it already with our traditional exports that derive for us income, it gets us fame, it gets us popularity across the world. We are popular for our cocoa, we are popular for our gold. It's time for us to be popular now with our sweet potato chips. It's time for us to be popular with coconut flakes. These products are really healthy products, very wholesome products made under strict hygienic conditions to ensure that your well-being is foremost priority for us.
I think it's a great, inspiring thing that you've started. I'd like to encourage you. What we can do for you is to let the world know what you are doing here and how they can access your products. And as you continue walking your journey, if there's anything else we can do to assist you to, walk up that path, we'll be more than excited. Okay, Derek?
Thank you very much.
So all the best.
So I'd like to say a big thank you to the Ministry of Information and the Minister of Information, Honorable Minister Kojo Oppong Nkrumah, for lending a hand of support to Ghanaian businesses, to us at Sparks Foods and Beverages, and for showing support for young businesses to be able to compete with some of the international brands and some of the local brands that are already doing very well. This gives us a platform for us to showcase our ability, for us to showcase our quality, and for us to showcase our many different products that are out there to satisfy all Ghanaians. We want to say a big thank you from the staff of Sparks Foods and Beverages and from myself to the team that is doing this amazing work with the Minister. We thank the Amplify team, we thank the Minister and the Ministry of Information.